So my story is about how support can come from unexpected places. Many years ago, a friend of mine, Bill, who was in the chorus, and I and his boyfriend were having dinner with a dear friend of ours who was in from the West Coast. We had a delightful evening and decided to stop off for a nightcap at our favorite watering hole. And then after we had our drink, we walked over to Bill's truck and we all kissed each other goodnight. All of a sudden, there was this screaming from across the street. There were these street people sitting on the steps of the Animal Rescue League drinking, and they started to throw beer bottles at us and call us faggots and tell us to stop that. It was disgusting and all of that. So they actually grabbed some broken bottles and came after us, not realizing that Bill was a landscaper and had some tools in the truck. So we grabbed a hatchet and a pitchfork and a shovel and a few other things and chased them away. I kind of thought, well, that's that, and people can be pretty hateful. And Bill said, we're going to report this to the police. And I said, there's no point in doing that. They're not going to do anything. And he said, I don't care. We're going to report this to the police. So we walked over to the police station and reported it, and I thought, well, that's that. The next day, I got a phone call from the Boston Police Department, and the officer was calling, obviously, about the incident and asked me to sort of retell him what had happened. And I sort of recounted the evening and talked about that we were all at the truck and we were kissing each other goodnight. And he said, okay, wait a minute. And I was expecting, you brought it on yourselves. And what he said instead was, you sound like you think you did something wrong, but you didn't do anything wrong. You had every right to do what you did and to be where you were, and it was those people on the street who attacked you who were wrong. And I never expected to get that kind of a positive reinforcement from the Boston police. And it made me feel very different about how accepted I was as a gay man in this community. And I guess it also kind of made me feel pretty lucky to live in a city like Boston.